Have you ever wondered why a food that is known for improving digestion sometimes leaves people feeling bloated, uncomfortable, or even worse than before? If you eat curd regularly, today's video could completely change the way you use one of India's most common everyday foods. Stay with me until the end because one simple mistake made by millions of people every single day could be stopping you from getting the full health benefits of curd. I'm Dr. Rajesh Kumar, a gastroenterologist, and throughout my years of treating digestive disorders, I've noticed the same pattern again and again. Many patients proudly tell me they eat curd every day because they believe it is one of the healthiest foods for the gut. Yet those very same people often complain of bloating, acidity, gas, or discomfort after meals. In many cases, the problem isn't the curd itself. The real problem is how and when they are eating it. Curd is a nutritious food that provides protein, calcium, and naturally beneficial bacteria that support a healthy gut. However, even healthy food should be eaten the right way. After the age of 60, digestion becomes more sensitive, and small daily habits can make a noticeable difference. Choosing the right timing and the right combinations can help you enjoy the benefits of curd while avoiding unnecessary digestive discomfort. Let's begin with the first mistake. Mistake number 1 is eating curd late at night. Many people enjoy a bowl of curd after dinner because it feels cool and light. While this habit may suit some people, it is not the best choice for everyone. As the day comes to an end, your digestive system naturally becomes less active. If you already suffer from acidity, acid reflux, frequent bloating, or feel heavy after dinner, eating curd at night may make those symptoms feel worse. In my practice, I often recommend that these patients eat curd with lunch instead. When digestion is usually more efficient, that does not mean curd is unhealthy. It simply means the best time to eat it depends on how your digestive system responds. Listening to your body is always more important than following popular advice. Before we continue, I'd like to know something about you. Write number 1 in the comments if curd is part of your daily diet. I'm curious to see how many of our viewers enjoy it regularly. Now let's move to mistake number 2, eating curd on an empty stomach. After an overnight fast, your stomach contains strong digestive acid. Many people find that eating curd together with breakfast is more comfortable than eating it by itself. Pair it with foods such as oats, whole grain roti, poha, idli, or fresh fruit. A balanced meal can make curd easier to enjoy and helps create a more satisfying breakfast. But don't stop here, because the next mistakes are even more common, and one of them could be affecting your digestion without you ever realizing it. Now, let's move to mistake number 3. And this is something many people never think about. Curd is a healthy food, but that doesn't mean every food combination is equally good for your digestion. One of the most common mistakes I see is people assuming they can mix curd with absolutely anything simply because it is nutritious. If you regularly suffer from indigestion, bloating, acidity, or a sensitive stomach, very heavy meals that contain large amounts of meat together with curd may leave you feeling uncomfortable afterwards. The problem is often not the curd itself, but the overall meal becoming too rich for your digestive system. Rather than overloading your stomach, aim for balanced meals with sensible portions. Another combination that deserves attention is highly acidic fruits. Some people enjoy mixing curd with oranges, lemons, pineapples, or kiwi. While many healthy people tolerate these foods without difficulty, those who already have acid reflux, gastritis, or frequent heartburn may notice more irritation or bloating. If you've experienced this before, try choosing less acidic fruits or eat them separately and see whether your symptoms improve. I also suggest avoiding tea or coffee immediately after eating curd if you have a sensitive digestive system. Although this is not a problem for everyone, some people with acidity or reflux feel more comfortable when they leave a little time between curd and these beverages. The key message is simple. Pay attention to how your own body responds instead of assuming that every combination suits everyone. Now let's continue with mistake number 4, which is probably one of the biggest reasons healthy curd loses many of its benefits. Many people buy plain curd then immediately add several teaspoons of sugar because they prefer a sweeter taste. Others add plenty of salt before every meal without even thinking about it. Over time, these small habits can completely change the nutritional value of an otherwise healthy food. Too much added sugar contributes to excess calorie intake, weight gain, poor blood sugar control, and a greater risk of metabolic problems. If you're trying to protect your liver, manage diabetes, or maintain a healthy weight after the age of 60, adding large amounts of sugar to curd works against those goals. Excess salt creates a different problem. A high salt diet is associated with high blood pressure and fluid retention, both of which become more common as we grow older. Many people don't realize that salt is already present in numerous foods they eat throughout the day, so adding even more to curd simply increases the total amount your body has to handle. The healthiest choice is also the simplest. Enjoy plain, unsweetened curd whenever possible. If you would like a little natural sweetness, add freshly chopped fruits such as banana, apple, or papaya. If needed, a small amount of honey occasionally is a better option than several spoonfuls of refined sugar. The aim is to preserve the natural nutritional value of curd instead of covering it with ingredients your body doesn't need. These may seem like small changes, but repeating them every day can make a meaningful difference to your digestion and your long-term health. If you're finding this information useful, please subscribe to the channel. Every week, I share practical science-based advice to help people over 60 improve their digestive health with simple habits that are easy to follow at home. We've covered 4 common mistakes so far, but the next 2 are becoming increasingly common because of modern food marketing and poor storage habits. Many people believe they're buying a healthier product, when in reality they're choosing one that's full of unnecessary ingredients. Let's look at that next. We've now reached mistake number 5. And this is one of the biggest reasons many people fail to get the full benefits of curd. The answer isn't hidden in your kitchen. It's often hidden on the supermarket shelf. Today, stores are filled with probiotic yogurts, flavored curds, fruit yogurts, and probiotic drinks that promise better digestion, stronger immunity, and a healthier gut. Attractive packaging and impressive health claims make these products seem like the perfect choice. But before you believe the advertising, take a closer look at the ingredients. Many flavored yogurts contain added sugar, artificial flavorings, stabilizers, and other ingredients that are not present in plain curd. Although some of these products do contain beneficial bacteria, the added sugar and unnecessary ingredients can reduce their overall nutritional value. If your goal is to support your digestive health, the simplest option is usually the best one. In my practice, I encourage my patients to choose plain, unsweetened curd whenever possible. Homemade curd is an excellent choice because you know exactly what has gone into it. If you buy curd from a shop, choose one with a short ingredient list and no added sugar. If you prefer a little extra flavor, simply add freshly cut fruit after serving it at home. That way, you control what goes into your food instead of letting the manufacturer decide for you. A healthy probiotic food doesn't need bright colors or a long list of ingredients. In most cases, plain curd provides exactly what your gut needs without the extra sugar and unnecessary additives. Now, let's continue with mistake number 6, another habit that many people overlook. Curd is a fresh food, and proper storage matters. I often meet patients who buy a large tub of curd, keep it in the refrigerator for many days, or accidentally leave it on the kitchen counter for too long before putting it back. These may seem like small habits, but they can affect the freshness and quality of the curd. As curd becomes older, fermentation continues and the taste becomes increasingly sour. People with gastritis, acid reflux, or a sensitive stomach sometimes find that overly sour curd causes more discomfort than freshly prepared curd. If the smell or taste has changed noticeably, it is better not to eat it. Always check the expiry date before buying packaged curd. After serving yourself, close the container properly and return it to the refrigerator straight away. If you prepare curd at home, store it safely and avoid keeping it for longer than necessary. Fresh curd generally provides a better eating experience than curd that has been sitting in the fridge for many days. These are simple habits, but repeating them consistently helps you enjoy curd the way it is meant to be enjoyed, fresh, nutritious, and gentle on your digestive system. If you're finding these practical tips helpful, please subscribe to the channel. Every week, I share science-based advice to help people over 60 improve their digestive health with simple habits that fit easily into everyday life. We've now covered 6 common mistakes, but the final one is especially important because it explains why some people continue to feel bloated, develop stomach pain, or rush to the toilet after eating curd, no matter how carefully they follow every other recommendation. The reason isn't the timing or the storage. It could be that your body simply doesn't digest dairy the same way as someone else's. Let's talk about that next. Now we've reached the 7th and final mistake, and this one is different from all the others. The previous mistakes were about timing, food combinations, added sugar, and storage. This last mistake is about something much more personal, whether your body can actually digest dairy properly. Many people believe that because curd is healthy, everyone should eat it every day. That simply isn't true. A food can be nutritious and still not be the right choice for every person. One of the most common reasons is lactose intolerance. Lactose is the natural sugar found in milk and most dairy products. Your body needs an enzyme called lactase to break it down so it can be absorbed in the small intestine. Some people produce less lactase as they grow older. When that happens, lactose is not fully digested. Instead, it passes into the large intestine where gut bacteria ferment it. This process produces gas and draws extra water into the bowel, leading to uncomfortable digestive symptoms. If you have lactose intolerance, you may notice bloating, excessive gas, stomach cramps, a noisy abdomen, or diarrhea after consuming dairy products. For some people, the symptoms are mild. For others, they can interfere with everyday life and make even a simple meal uncomfortable. This is exactly why I always tell my patients not to ignore recurring digestive symptoms. If every time you eat curd you develop bloating or need to rush to the toilet, don't simply assume your stomach is weak or that this is a normal part of getting older. Your body may be telling you that it is struggling to digest lactose. At the same time, don't stop eating all dairy products without understanding the real cause. Many people with lactose intolerance can still tolerate small portions of fermented dairy better than fresh milk because fermentation reduces some of the lactose. Others feel much more comfortable with lactose-free curd or plain buttermilk. The right choice depends on your individual tolerance rather than a rule that applies to everyone. If your symptoms continue despite changing the way you eat curd, it is a good idea to see your gastroenterologist. A simple hydrogen breath test can help confirm whether lactose intolerance is responsible for your symptoms. Once you have the correct diagnosis, it becomes much easier to choose foods that suit your digestive system instead of relying on trial and error. One important message I want you to remember is this: never force yourself to eat a food simply because someone else calls it a superfood. Healthy eating should make you feel better, not leave you feeling bloated, uncomfortable, or worried after every meal. Listening to your own body is one of the most valuable habits you can develop, especially after the age of 60. I'd like to hear from you today. Please write curd in the comments if you enjoy eating curd regularly, or tell me whether you've ever experienced bloating or discomfort after having it. Your experiences help build a community where everyone can learn from one another. We've now covered all 7 common mistakes people make when eating curd. In the final part of this video, I'll bring everything together into one simple action plan so you can enjoy the benefits of curd while avoiding these everyday mistakes. Don't miss it, because a few small changes could make a meaningful difference to your digestion and your long-term health. Before we finish today, let's bring everything together into one simple message that I hope you'll remember every time you sit down to enjoy a bowl of curd. Curd has earned its reputation as one of the healthiest foods in the Indian diet for good reason. It provides high-quality protein, calcium, and beneficial bacteria that support a healthy gut. For many people, it can be an excellent part of a balanced daily diet. But as we've discussed throughout this video, even a healthy food should be eaten the right way if you want to enjoy its full benefits. Today, we've covered 7 common mistakes that many people make without even realizing it. The first mistake was eating curd late at night, even when it causes acidity, bloating, or digestive discomfort. If you notice these symptoms, try having curd with lunch instead and see how your body responds. The second mistake was eating curd on an empty stomach. Many people find that enjoying it as part of a balanced meal is more comfortable than eating it by itself. The third mistake was assuming curd can be mixed with every food. If certain combinations repeatedly leave you feeling uncomfortable, don't ignore those signals. Pay attention to what works best for your own digestive system. The fourth mistake was adding too much sugar or salt. Plain, unsweetened curd is usually the healthiest choice. If you want extra flavor, fresh fruit is often a better option than large amounts of refined sugar. The fifth mistake was choosing heavily flavored probiotic products simply because the packaging looks healthy. In most cases, plain curd with a short ingredient list remains the better everyday option. The sixth mistake was storing curd incorrectly or eating it long after it has lost its freshness. Fresh curd not only tastes better but is also more enjoyable for many people with sensitive digestion. And finally, the seventh mistake was assuming curd is suitable for everyone. If dairy products consistently cause bloating, gas, stomach cramps, or diarrhea, don't ignore those symptoms. Speak with your gastroenterologist and, if necessary, get tested for lactose intolerance. Understanding the reason behind your symptoms is always better than guessing. The most important lesson is this: healthy eating is not about following every trend or copying someone else's routine. It is about understanding your own body and making informed choices every single day. Small habits, repeated consistently, often have a much greater impact than expensive supplements or foods advertised as miracle solutions. You don't need a complicated diet to support your digestive health. Eat a balanced diet, stay physically active, drink enough water, include fiber-rich foods, sleep well, and choose simple, wholesome meals whenever possible. These everyday habits work together to support not only your gut but also your overall health as you grow older. If your digestive symptoms persist despite making these changes, don't continue treating yourself at home indefinitely. Persistent bloating, ongoing diarrhea, unexplained weight loss, blood in the stool, or severe abdominal pain should always be taken seriously and get checked by your doctor. Early diagnosis often leads to simpler and more effective treatment. If you found today's video helpful, please give it a like and share it with your family and friends. Someone you care about may be making these same everyday mistakes without realizing it. By sharing reliable, science-based health information, you may help them improve their digestion and make healthier choices for years to come. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Take care of your digestive health, take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.